Model number MHI-XT31, PINAKA, the final unit in the game as of right now, with no set shadow pilot. Manufactured by Maha Industries, it stands at 16 meters tall and weighs 29.8 tons gross, 21.7 tons tear. This medium support unit has the field maintenance and cover airdrop classifications thanks to its healing capabilities and its cover airdrop kit. Developed by Gutindra for the combat engineer troops, PINAKA is often regarded as one of the mass-produced versions of the special model Serenith, who I'm looking forward to meeting one day in the full game. Designed for easy mass production, this striker uses traditional multi-axis mechanical arms for maintenance and heavy steel composite armor for protection, striking a balance between cost and performance. In spite of its low cost raising questions of its capabilities, PINAKA quickly proved its potential on the battlefield, not only in handling maintenance and cover deployment, but also in its capabilities to engage enemy units with its multi-tube heavy ion cannons. Its capabilities have allowed several Gutindran engineers to achieve kill counts high enough to have them considered ace pilots. A melee healing tool. The Banja Quick Repair Kit is a traditional mechanical arm repair device that requires direct contact between the user and the target. Due to this, it behaves like a melee weapon, dashing towards a friendly unit within the lock-on range and area to provide healing as soon as possible. Interestingly, this dash does not take any boost energy, so while I do not know, I highly doubt you can use it for movement if there are no targets, the same way you can with a melee weapon. Both units, PINAKA and the one being healed, must remain stationary due to the required physical contact for the healing to work. Well, it says that, but there's about 30 meters of wiggle room. Its repair efficiency significantly surpasses modern repair drones, meaning you only need a brief moment for it to work, turning even brief pauses in combat into the perfect chance for a quick heal before more enemies arrive. By healing much faster than other units, PINAKA is able to make it so if both sides momentarily retreat in order to heal, one side will be ready to jump back into the action whilst the other is still healing. Of the repair weapon type, it heals 6% of HP a second for 4 seconds for an ally as long as they are within 30 meters of PINAKA, and can lock onto and target allies up to 400 meters away. After this, it will take 7 seconds to recharge before being reusable. The Moksha Splitter. Mounted onto the large unmanned drone Samsara, it is technically not a real splitter beam cannon, as it is just a series of heavy ion cannons that fire simultaneously to mimic a shotgun's fire. Due to being added later in development to the drone's repair arms, these weapons have limited stability, firing off course often, requiring close range usage to be able to hit its target. It is a projectile weapon type that deals 850 damage per bolt it fires, shooting off 18 rounds a second. It carries 10 rounds, a downgrade from the original 15, but the 18 rounds refers to the fact that each shot is multiple bolts rather than it shooting more rounds than it has, and it restores 1 round every 2.5 seconds and can lock onto one target up to 400 meters away. The Vatella Repair Drones. Developed by Maha Industries and Luna Mare, it is a system that deploys on the spot and will automatically move to damage-friendly units in order to repair them without any input from PINAKA, making them ideal at bolstering PINAKA's healing capabilities whilst not requiring much input from the pilot, avoiding any issues from how PINAKA's other tools have meticulous manual controls. It is of the repair weapon type and heals 1.8% of health a second for 60 seconds for an ally up to 200 meters away from the spot it is deployed. If the ally leaves the area, it will wait for another one to show up. You can carry up to 4 units at a time, with each unit taking 20 seconds to recharge after usage, one after another, beginning recharge automatically even when the drone has not returned to the striker. The Shishpa Cover Airdrop Kit. Made to be able to summon cover to any fight for the sake of buying just a few seconds for using the quick repair kit. It was quickly found that they are far more efficient when used as a weapon, as it is dropping an immense weight onto what is often a not very well protected enemy. They often get compared to a warhammer due to how they smash enemies into the ground when used. If an enemy is locked onto, then the location of the barrier will be set to wherever they are, and they can be stacked to fully cover up locations like the entry to the indoor section of Palm Bay Harbor, though the range that they can lock onto an enemy is not specified. Not only do they defend against range attacks, but they can be used to block off pathways, such as in the Eye of Mithra, when used as an attack, they bypass fluid armor and force fields as they deal high melee damage and stagger those who survive the impact. Using them in the Eye of Mithra or Palm Bay Harbor to buy some time before enemies get through can give time for your allies to get into position to immediately attack the enemies entering the indoors areas. It is of the defense shield weapon type, but for once, the phrase weapon type makes sense for this shield. When dropped onto an enemy, it will deal 8,000 melee damage to the victim and apply the special effect staggered, though it does not specify how far away the lock-on is, but is likely around 400 meters, in line with PINAKA's other weapons. When being used as a shield, they last 60 seconds before falling apart. I'm sure the violent drop has no play in this occurring, and it has 300,000 durability. You have 3 walls to call in, taking 12 seconds to prepare another airdrop, reloading one at a time. The distinctive Samsara emergency support drone, designed by a renowned engineer at Maha Industries. It features a ring-shaped airframe equipped with 6 multi-axis mechanical arms. Each arm has a field coupling drive, a composite repair claw, and a small heavy ion cannon, which was added near to the end of the device's inception. Working together, they can make a force field around a striker and carry out emergency repairs of heavily damaged allies whilst attacking in all directions to stop any pursuit. When no allies are within lock-on range and area, the drone will attach to PINAKA, being the main way the striker can heal itself. Being used like this, you can still use the Moksha splitter, but it's it's way less accurate than before. The stasis field it produces will block out all attacks and protects against staggering and immobilization, meaning they can be used to block Aquila's Hound pulse claws. Holding the defense shield weapon type, it heals 5% of health per second for 15 seconds, and it has a shield capacity of 80,000, recovering 3,200 a second when not in use, and it can be sent out to an ally up to 400 meters away. And of course, its attacks are using the same stats as the splitter, just no longer needing targets to lock onto as it fires wildly in every direction. Overall, PINAKA is a support unit that is capable of healing, providing cover, and cover fire, but remember that as a primarily support unit, your offensive capabilities may be lacking what's needed to take on certain opponents. At times, the best play may be to stagger them with Shishpa cover and run while using the emergency support drone and its Moshka splitter to cover yourself while running.